want peace in the Middle East. See this map? I want these countries to stop fighting with each other. The genie looked at the map and said, Gadzooks, lady, those countries have been at war for thousands of years. I'm good, but I'm not that good. I don't think it can be done. Make another wish. The woman thought for a minute and she said, well, I've been trying to find the right husband for years. You know, I want one that's considerate and fun, likes to cook, helps with the housework, and has a great sense of humor, and gets along with my family, doesn't watch sports all the time, lets me hold the remote. That's what I wish for in a good mate. The genie let out a long sigh and said, let me look at that map again. Okay, it was, this year it was really fun for me to get started on the rummage sale because I was privileged to go to Norway to visit my sister. So Nancy Nottingham got the rummage sale started. And Nancy, how cold was it in the building?
Very.
She said it was so cold. You know, I think, you know, there's a lot of fundraisers in the valley where they give you a bag for being a good volunteer for the day and whatever. We don't do that here. We just, you know, sentence you to hard labor and intensive work. So we want to thank everyone for your dedicated hard work, and we don't have a bag for you. What?
Coffee every day.
Yeah, and coffee. I have found out that coffees are as good as vitamins.
Bye. Don't forget 2-week dessert.
Thank you, Nolan. Yeah, I thought you all appreciated the secondhand bread. Some fundraisers you spend one day helping, and this one you have to spend the whole summer. And you know, making money for nonprofits is your goal. I know that. And but I've also added you all as my family. I can't put you in my will, but I can put you in my heart forever. So thank you so much, everybody, for what you do at the rummage sale. Okay, we're going to start at the front of the building. The introduction to the rummage sale is the famous sorters. Everybody who even thought about sorting or who has sorted, please stand up. All the sorters, stand up. Holy cow. And I think the sorting, all those boxes and those black and white bags, the thing that we all like about it is, it's like a birthday party. You don't know what's going to be in the bags. So day after day, we get a birthday present. Thank you so much. Everybody that's in front of the building, like Peggy, Rosa, Jen and Adam, Terry, Pam, everybody that's ever done it. Yeah. Everybody that's ever done it, you are the greeters of the rummage sale, and you do most of the walking in the building. And then I noticed towards the end of the rummage sale, when you bring things to the room, you drop them and run. Okay, the first part of the rummage sale, which I think is so much fun, is the Hawaiian wall. And Cherie, is Cherie here tonight?
Nope.
No, okay, Cherie's not here, but she got it all organized and got it set. And then Emma Jean and Chuck Matter came in and priced it out. So can I have Emma Jean stand up? Yay, Emma Jean, thank you. What?
That's not my claim to fame. I'm a zippers.
Oh yeah, yes, and she also fixes everything, puts in new zippers, puts patches on things. But just the same, we're glad that she and Chuck live part of the year in Hawaii, so they know the prices of Hawaiian shirts. So thank you, Emma Jean, and thanks for also being the button lady. The cowboy wall. We got a mother and daughter tag team. Kim and Stacy, stand up and take a bow. My favorite wall is the cowboy wall. And I think we're still rural and still kind of western out here in Eagle County. So I love that we're still getting western things and boots and hats. It's so much fun. And you guys did a great job. Thank you so much. Okay, the next one is the American wall or the patriotic wall. Would Adam and Jim stand up? Thank you for doing the patriotic wall. We're giving a salute. And now I think I'm going to call it the American wall. Okay, the next one is the antique wall. Would Flo, Habernack, and Jenny stand up? Flo, Habernack, and Jenny. Jenny's in the car. She's allowed. Anyhow, Flo really knows what antiques are, and she works the Antique Roadshow, so she's the perfect person for running the antique wall. Thank you, Flo. Okay, picture wall of fame. Walking up and down the halls are all of our pictures, which we all love, and we all try to choose one every year or else every other year, and bring it home and then bring it back again next year. Doing the picture wall of fame, would Marlene stand up? Marlene McCafferty? Yay, Marlene! And we know Edith Nielsen is not here, but be sure and thank her for us. And then Jim Anderson, who's in Grand Junction, and anybody else that helped us price. Where's the pricing team? Stand up. Pricing team, stand up. Thank you so much. And I do love our picture wall. The men's department, Tom Russo. Tom, stand up and be counted. And name some of the people with you, besides Laura and Warren, who were so awesome.
Well, there's no such thing as besides Warren and Laura. Because they put in a tremendous amount of hours and did great work. Katie Nottingham.
Katie Nottingham.
My right-hand person, and she's great.
Yeah. I would also say that it seemed like every time PEO came into the building, they went to your room, and I don't know why.
They don't do that.
Thank you, Tom, for running for, I think, is this your second year or third year of running the men's room? Third? Congratulations, and thanks, it looks great. Okay, the next one is the teen room. Would Jean, Val, and Kim stand up? Yay! That is a very, very popular place, the teen room. And every year we almost sell out. So we're very proud of you for taking those clothes and finding out which ones are the ones that belong with teenagers. I don't know how you do it, but it's great. Thank you so much. Okay, the next one is the famous ladies' room. Kathy Peterson. Stand up and be counted. And do you have any of your gals here tonight besides Donna?
I needed a list.
Okay.
I have a village.
Oh.
There's Donna Rosenberg,
Yay, Donna, stand up.
Sharon Paul is not here, and Pam Hamilton, Peggy Buchanan, and Bonnie, and I'm not sure what her last name is. And
Sims,
Pat
Bonnie
Lehman,
Sims.
Who helped you so much with the sweaters. Pat Lehman, I think.
Pat Lehman.
And little Anna Gaylor, who was from Battle Mountain Dance Team. That girl was great.
Aww.
I mean, she really worked.
Thank you so much. Well, next year we'll see if she'll put on a concert for us, the dance team. Yeah. When we have our dinner, let's get the dance team to perform for us. Okay, thank you, Kathy. And Kathy, I think there's someone sitting beside you we all want to meet.
Oh, yes, my husband, Hubert Peterson.
Hi, Hubert.
We got some nice cowboy hats if you need a new one.
Okay, the next room, which is also a favorite of Maddie's. Maddie loves the baby room. And every time she comes here, she checks out the baby room. It looks like Karen Irick and Kim Nelson kind of ran that place. Stand up and be counted, you gals. Karen, did you stand up?
She did. I did.
Oh, I didn't see that. Stand up again. And if you think of anybody else that was real instrumental in there, you know, let us know. But your baby room this year is the most beautiful decorated. So tonight when you do your shopping, peek in the baby room. It looks great.
Emily did that.
Emily, your daughter. Well, tell her we love it.
I will. Thank you.
Okay. The next one is the older kids' room and beautiful Margaret. Where's Margaret? Margaret, stand up. Margaret gets a star because she gets her room done right away, and she doesn't come down out until her room is done, and it's always perfect. And Margaret, we love you. She does it all by herself. I don't know how she does it. She's great. Okay, the next one is the new room. I don't know if anybody's here from the new room tonight, because we did have Laura Johnson got a teaching job down in Cherry Creek in Denver, and they've already started. So she had to go down, but she will be up this weekend. So congratulations, Laura Johnson. They're another one that I turn around and the room is all done. And Ann Margaret and Sharon and Kim Andre, you helped in the new room too. Thank you so much. So let's hear it for the new room. Okay, the next room that is still unbelievable to me is computers. Maureen Nottingham, Pat Casey, and Jerry, stand up. And Pat, you are a marvel. Even during the winter, Pat still sells computers to people. I don't know how she does it, but she's marvelous. And Maury, we like to get the history from Maury too. If we want to know any answers about Eagle County or when this started or when that started, we just ask Maury.
Hey, boy.
And there's a map on the wall that Maury got blown up. That it's right next to the electronics room. Take a look at that map, because that map, it was before Vail started. So it's a wonderful map to take a look at. So thank you, Maury and crew. Okay, the next one is the electronics room. I don't know if our famous couple is here. There they are, sneaking in. Dave and Sue Mott. Electronic room. How was the rodeo? Okay, thank you for everything you do. And please note Sue's Cafe that's in the front of the building. She does such a great job, and she gets donations. She's actually very wonderful in the Sue's Cafe. So thank you, Sue and Dave. The next one is the Jean room, and that's supposed to be my room, but I'm never in there. I'm always walking around the building talking to people. Anyhow, Diana Reichert, stand up. Diana Reichert, there she is. And is Karen Fry here? Okay, and Karen Fry does it too. We also have lots of dance team members. Rita, you helped in there the last few days. Thank you, Rita. And then Peggy. Peggy, thank you for helping in there. But the thing that I like about the Jean room is it's what we wear up here. It's jeans, sweats, and ski sweaters. And that's what we basically wear. So we're all set for the locals. So tell all your friends to come in. The next one is sewing machines. Georgie? Where's Georgie? Stand up. I don't know if there's a machine that Georgie can't fix. She's a sewing machine mechanic supreme. She can fix anything. Thank you so much. And she has also helped fix some of the clothes, and she's washed some of our clothes. We love you, Georgie. Okay, Clifford?
I removed 2 sweaters this morning that were for the new room that came in with the collars half off.
Did you remove
Remove 2 of them this
it?
morning.
See? That's what I mean. Unbelievable. Okay, Clifford? Clifford does our vacuums. And he said when we started out, this spring, he said, it doesn't look like we have very many vacuum cleaners. What do you say now, Clifford?
We're loaded.
So we lucked out.
They have good ones too.
We had to move stuff out of there to make room for them.
Yeah, so it turned out to be unbelievable. Thank you, Clifford. He's another one that is a great mechanic on vacuum cleaners and can fix anything. So thank you so much.
I can't fix it, fix it.
He throws it away.
Yeah. Okay, the next room, which we all love and we all buy something in there every year, is the housewares. And we'd like to have our little Edelweiss Maria stand up. Yay, Maria! And she also cleans all the silver and brings it back sparkling and shiny. Thank you so much, Maria. And then also Jean, our world traveler. Jean, where are you? Jean Kearns? Yay, Jean! And then also we have Mrs. Santa Claus in the housewares. And her name is Esther. Where is she? Esther. Yay, Esther! Thank you so much. And there's been numerous other people that have helped in the housewares. And is there anyone that we should be mentioning? No, that's next. That's next. That's a category of its own. Okay, and right behind the beautiful housewares is the linen room. Is anybody here from the linen room? Oh, so they marked and ran, huh? But it's a wonderful group that comes year after year, and every year there's somebody that doesn't come. They've been doing it for so long. And it is the Eagle Seniors, and we love them so much that when they get off the bus or get out of their cars, I stand at the door and I hug them because they're so cute. And they have made the linen room looking so nice, and they do it so easily. So you can tell that they're good workers. So anyhow, thank you, Eagle Seniors. I hope you get our vibes tonight. The next one is our beautiful decorator room. And in the decorator room, I've got Tamara for the lamps. Stand up, Tamara. She's also the champion for the horse rescue. And then also Ellen Medlock. She's got all of her pillows and so forth in the decorator room, plus doing the bathroom accessories. So thank you so much, Ellen. And you're a longtime friend, and we've been doing this since Meadow Mountain, isn't that correct? Is that when you started? Meadow Mountain, yeah. So we'll have to start one of the alumni group.
What year was that?
I think this is it.
Good one, good one. Okay. Oh, the next one, I think that we should all clap really hard. It's for our artist, and she's so talented and she's so kind. And this year, not only does she make all of our signs, her name is BJ, Not only does she make all of our signs, she makes jewelry. And you've got to go in the new room and look at her collection of jewelry that she's made this year. BJ, please stand up. Thank you, BJ. We love having you here. And she comes all the way from California. She's got a pretty cute husband too, but he's down the line here. The next one is the shoe room. And once again, I've got to mention, Adelaide of the whole building is the only one that's ever gotten fan mail from a lady that was so pleased at the shoes that she could buy for her family. So anyhow, Adelaide, stand up. And Anne, is Anne here? Anne, stand up. Adelaide and Anne, mother and daughter, another team, another tag team. And Margaret, you have to stand up too, even though this is a tough year for coming for you. Yay, Margaret! Our little New Zealander. But anyhow, that's a room where it can be the most awful looking room with baskets all over and junk piled climbing to the ceiling. By the time they go home at 5 o'clock, it's all done. They are so phenomenal. Thank you, Adelaide. Okay. The book room. The book room is crazy. It's you know, Paul, stand up. Anne, stand up. Carol, stand up. Cindy, stand up. Helen, our queen, stand up. Debbie, Nolan and Nancy, stand up. I don't think I've ever seen a book room that is better than our book room, bar none. I think you guys are phenomenal, and I've enjoyed fighting with you. Not really. I love every one of you. You're just great.
Before you leave, I want to say something about the book room. I was walking down the aisle, and the two people in front of me were talking about the book room. And one said, "Those book people are peculiar."
And what the other one said?
Obsessive compulsive. And when I heard that, I said, if you want to see an obsessive compulsive room, I don't want to mention any names, but the room has 3 letters in it. You don't know who that is? You have to go through the book room to get to it.
Thank you. You're all so much fun. Thank you so much. And you're fun to tease. Okay. Right behind the book room is another obsessive impulsive person called Nancy Nottingham. Stand up, Nancy. Not only does she run the rummage sale, she dresses bears all day long. We've got the biggest collection of bears this year. And what are they called?
Build-A-Bear.
Build-A-Bear.
We got a new one today.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Okay, Nancy, do you want to have anybody stand up that's been helping you?
I've got to give Nolan king credit.
Yay, Nolan, you can stand up twice. Way to go, Nolan.
And then Terry did all of our reader books. And she did
Whoa, Terry, stand up. Terry, your kids got to stand up too. Where are they? Hans? Hans just coming back from Austria on an exchange program, so we're glad to have you back, Hans. Oh, and Sydney. Sydney, stand up. Yay, Sydney. Sydney helps everywhere. And I think I have one of the youngest helpers sitting right up here with me. Her name is Brianna. Stand up, Brianna. And she lives in the neighborhood. She rides her bike to work because she lives right over here. Thank you, Brianna. Okay, The next one is after the toy room. If you run across the hall, you'll see the ski room. And in the ski room, you'll see Diana Johnson. Where are you, Diana? Hey, Diana! Not only is Diana just a great worker, gets her work done right away, but she's also a good friend. I appreciate you so much, Diana. And Sharon Dale, she helps too, but her husband has an infection in his shoulder. So he was involved in a hit and run accident in Fort Collins. A car hit him and left. And he was walking. So that was kind of a bummer. Anyhow, right behind the ski room is the ski courtyard, which I think it probably makes the most money in the whole building. And back there is Herta Von Wilson. Stand up, Herta. And Mike Mathias. Hats off to Mike. And Mike always comes and works for VFW, which I think is the best chapter I've ever known for VFW. And I think it's because Mike's involved, Buddy Sims is involved, and I think you guys do a great job. You always help the soldiers coming home. You always help the soldiers leaving. You do a great job. And then another thing that we've got that you've got to take note of, because we do have good rugs. And they're right outside the back door, and Steve and Cherie did the rugs. Steve, can you stand up? Thank you, Steve. And Steve, don't you think we have some good rugs this year?
Yeah, good selection.
Yeah, good selection. Did you hear that? Okay. But who really does all the work here while we're having dinner and while we're having coffee and our vitamins and everything? Who really does all the work? And I think it's Byron and Ken. So stand up. Okay, Ken, get up here. He does the work and Byron does the bossing. No, Byron does plenty of work too. And then there's another person that I would like to thank that I love very much, and it's Virginia Mason. Thank you so much for this dinner. You're totally awesome. And
everybody works hard here, but this year I think we all should give an extra special little round of applause to Fred Hasley.
Okay, to extend on Ken's idea, we have matching ideas. We'd like to have Fred come up here. Fred is our volunteer of the year, and Fred gets a $50 gift certificate to buy things at the Rummage sale.
Before you leave.
Just a minute, Freddie, get this.
It's at the spelling.
We put it on a parking
There you go.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's nice. He worked a lot.
Okay, that was fun. So our volunteer of the year is Fred Hasley. And then there's one more person that I want to honor. He's been doing the auction since he was a little kid. And I don't know how we talked him into it, but he does it every year and he does such a good job. And he works well with Jack Lehman, and his name is Mike Brown. Yay!
Well, you never know. I mean, it depends on. I think we have some great pieces. I think it's more dependent on who decides to show up for an auction. But on the whole, I mean, I'm just honored to be a part of this group. So, thanks.
Okay, now I want to know, did I miss anyone? Stand up if I missed you. Okay, Maddie wants to be counted. Stand up, Maddie.
Yeah,
Stand up. Yeah. Anybody else? Who'd I miss? Oh, Dale. Dale, thanks for coming out here and doing all the grunt work in the back. You're awesome. And he also makes great furniture. Oh, Andy. Andy, stand up. Andy got all of our gift certificates for us for the silent auction. We're going to make so much money because of Andy. Thank you, Andy. And she's also my neighbor. Oh, there they are, the Sims. Hey, we just honored everybody, so you guys get up here so we can honor you.
Do I have to give a speech?
Yeah. Okay, what I would like Buddy to tell you, besides him being an awesome worker and helping us this year, and Bonnie helping with in the ladies' room, I want you to tell what's going to go on 9/11.
I knew it.
Here.
Oh, yeah.
I'll come put it behind you.
Okay.
We have a steering committee that's headed by the Recreation District in Edwards. For about the last 6 weeks we've been meeting, and we're planning a 9/11 solemn ceremony at the Freedom Park in Edwards, and we want everyone to know about it. It's going to be coming out in the newspapers in the next week or so. But what we're entailing is at 12:30 on Sunday, September 11th, across from the flagpole in the memorial, we're going to erect a stage. The Alpine Wind Ensemble will be playing. We're having guest speakers coming in. The primary guest speaker is going to be Tom Kirk, and his backup is going to be Minnie Hammer from District 56. She'll be talking also. But the agenda starts at 12:30 with movies at the high school for all the kids, and there's 5 educational movies for families and kids. And then at 2 o'clock there's going to be a 30-vehicle emergency responder solemn parade, no sirens, led by the Air Force Academy Honor Guard, the VFW Honor Guard, 3 World War II Jeeps with World War II veterans in them, and then 30 fire, police, rescue, highway patrol, and any other EMS vehicles we can put in there. They will come down, pull in above the on the east side of the lake where the bandstand is. They will all be parked and be open for display for the community. And then at 3 o'clock we start the ceremony. And think about this: across by our memorial, we're putting over 3,000 American flags to represent each person that was fallen during 9/11. That'll be on the opposite side of the lake. And then over the stage with everyone sitting in the grass, which will hold about 1,200 to 1,500 people, we were guessing. Then we'll have the ceremony with all the dignitaries and introduce people and have the speeches and everything. And then it'll be concluded about 5 o'clock. On the memorial side, at the 9/11 memorial, I think I hope all of you have been to our 9/11 memorial. We just dedicated